Hi, I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today is another recent video games pickups video themed around Nintendo games. So we'll get started with a Famicom game, and this is a wrestling game that I won't attempt to pronounce, but it is the Japanese version of Tecmo World Wrestling. Yeah, so like I said, this is the Japanese version of Tecmo World Wrestling, which is one of the better wrestling games on the console in my opinion, probably just behind Pro Wrestling actually. The screen is split into two parts. The bottom shows you your health, how much time has gone in the match, and then has live commentary in text form. Very cool. The top part of the screen is obviously the ring. Gameplay is similar to Fire Pro, where you walk into an opponent to grapple and then try to hit the button the quickest in order to attempt a move. I didn't quite have the timing down here, but when you do, it is a lot of fun. Yeah, so another for my wrestling game collection. And we'll stick with more Famicom games. Well, just one more, and this is YY World 2 SOS something. The name will be on the screen in a moment. And of course this is a sequel to the original YY World, and it is a Japanese exclusive platformer that is a mix of various Konami characters that you can choose between at the start and then switch between them during stages. It is a solid 8-bit platforming game with a cool gimmick behind it. It is a shame we never got these games in English, but some of the characters represented in the games are from other Konami games that were also never released outside of Japan, so they likely just didn't want to confuse us with characters we hadn't heard of. Yeah, a real shame about that, but these two games are very fun platformers for the time. Japanese exclusive, but still fairly cheap, so yeah, check them out and pick them up. And I really like switching between characters as you play the levels. They all have different abilities and attack styles. Okay, we'll move on now to a Super Nintendo game. And if you've all seen my Wheel of Games for the end of last month, I finally added Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to my collection, a game that I grew up with as a kid. This game I didn't grow up with because it was never released here in Europe, and that is Power Rangers Neo Battle Racers. It's just like Mario Kart, but with the Power Rangers, and instead of picking up weapons on the track, you start each race with 5 shots, and that's it. You also have a really great drifting mechanic for getting around corners. Now, I did only play a couple of tracks, but I had a lot of fun with this. It isn't as good as Mario Kart, but it is definitely one of the better alternatives that I have played on the Super Nintendo. Looks good, sounds good, and plays pretty good as well. Maybe there are some more deeper mechanics as you get further into the game, I don't know, but just based on first impressions, very fun. Yeah, so really interesting title. I've had this on my list for a while in my spreadsheet for games to look out for, to buy. And I honestly, because it was only released in North America as far as I'm aware, I thought it was going to be expensive as hell to try and buy. But no, I got it for less than what I paid for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers PAL version for the Wheel of Games video. So yeah, very happy with that. Moving on now, we have a Game Boy game, and that is Conker's Pocket Tales. Before he was a foul-mouthed drunk, Conker was a cute, innocent little squirrel. On his birthday, both his presents and his girlfriend are taken by the evil Acorn, and you have to get them back in this top-down action-adventure game. Run, jump, ground pound, and even dig around levels. You also have a slingshot as a weapon, but despite having ammo, I just couldn't get it to do anything against the enemies. I wasn't really into this one, to be honest. Yeah, didn't really click with me. Maybe with a little bit more time I might get into it and figure out why the weapon isn't doing anything to any of the enemies on screen. But yeah, there's maybe a good game in here. I don't know just yet. I didn't play it for long enough. Okay, we'll move on now to a Nintendo Wii game, one of my favourite systems to collect for. And believe it or not, this was a contender for a game for Wheel of Games. I bought a couple at the same time and was deciding between them. Went with the Power Rangers. This one could have been in that video instead, and that is Dead Rising, Chop Till You Drop. Yep, the Xbox 360 game got a Wii port. Take control of Frank West inside a zombie-infested mall, but unlike the 360 version, This game is mission-based rather than the full open world, and it uses the Resident Evil 4 engine. You still get to maul hordes of zombies, rescue people, and use a gun, complete with motion controls. It's just a less pretty and more contained version of the game. Yeah, so it's a really interesting release, an Xbox 360 game getting a Wii port, but yeah, it uses the, like I said, the Resident Evil 4 engine, so it's pretty good from that. I did have a bit of trouble at first with the gun, because while you do point with the Wii remote, I was doing it while I was moving, so I was holding up on the analog stick, and as soon as you press the button to bring the gun out, it goes like that. And you aim upwards because I was pressing forwards, so I just had to let go of the analog stick and just hold the Wii remote and point and shoot, and then it finally worked properly. Yes, so definitely a game I want to dive more into in the future. Okay, we'll move on now to Nintendo Switch games, starting with a game I only just got yesterday, Monster Crown. A monster catching game similar to Pokemon, only you enter into a contract with a monster rather than outright catching and enslaving it. Now, since I did only get this yesterday, I have only played a little bit of it earlier today, and first impressions are that it's not that great. It definitely feels like a very budget title that doesn't run too well on the Nintendo Switch. I will play some more of it to get a better feel for it, but my expectations are sadly low. Yeah, there is a sequel coming out, Monster Crown Sin Eaters, I think it's called, and people seem to be pretty hyped around that one, so maybe that one's going to be really good. But the first one here, yeah, not that impressed so far. Maybe it gets better, we'll see. Right, and the next bunch of games are limited run games that I bought from Canada. And I got them a lot cheaper, so I was very happy with that because I missed the original print runs from Limited Run, so yeah, I was able to get them again. And the first one is Tomba 2, The Evil Swine Return, Special Edition. Tomba returns for another 2.5D platformer/RPG hybrid. Take on quests, solve puzzles, gain new equipment with special abilities, and fight enemies. I had so much fun playing this for almost an hour, solving environmental puzzles and navigating the world. I highly recommend both Tomba games. Yeah, so Tomba 2. Already on the first one, I did get that during its original run. For some reason I didn't get the second one when it came out from Limited Run, but I was able to pick it up anyway, so that's cool. And yeah, I really had fun with this. At first I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, what the hell am I supposed to do? The first part you have to get some water to put out a fire, and there's a lot of puzzle solving involved, but once you sort of like figure out, oh, this is what I do, then it all clicks with you. It's like, oh, that's clever, I'd like this, and you get really into it, and I just had a blast. So yeah, very fun game. Next then is Rough and the Riverside. This gorgeous hand-drawn game is an action-adventure 3D platformery thing style of game where you have a copy ability to copy one object and paste it onto another to solve environmental puzzles, such as turning a waterfall into a bunch of vine weeds or grass or trees or whatever, so you can climb up the waterfall rather than, you know, drowning in it. Now, I'm not sure if it's just the Switch version, but the game feels a little bit off to me in a way I can't quite describe. Almost like it has bad performance, but like for a split second, and it just really takes you out of what you were doing. So for that reason, when I was playing it, it just did not click with me at the time. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame because I was really looking forward to this one, but like I said, I can't fully explain why it didn't feel right. It felt a bit off, but it did. And that's a shame, but I will go back to it at some point with the intention of getting through the opening part and just seeing what the game has to offer fully. Lastly then, and this is a game I very much enjoyed, Coromon. Unlike Monster Crown, Coromon feels like a really good monster catching game. It's got a good battle system, fun monster designs, custom stat upgrades, and a hell of a lot more. I've sunk over 7 hours into this so far, but have decided to stop for now, as a free remaster upgrade has come to PC and will be coming to Switch soon too. So I'll wait for that to come out and then dive back into this one. Yeah, this really does feel like a very good Pokemon alternative. Does its own things as well as the things you would expect in this Pokemon monster catching style game, but yeah, it does stand out on its own. It looks good, it plays good, and I'm very much looking forward to that remaster, update that changes the UI, improves it a lot, and adds a few new tweaks and things here. It doesn't add any new monsters and things like that in, but it just improves the look and feel of the game from what I can understand. It is available on PC at the moment. I believe it's coming out on the mobile version, and then it will be coming to the console version. So yeah, those are my Nintendo game pickups that I've got recently. I'm bigcal. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of my pickups. Let me know what you've bought recently for Nintendo systems, and I'll see you again next time.